Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana. Tamu sana. Yes, tamu sana. Tamu sana. Yes. Yesterday, William Ruto was in Bungoma County for his usual campaigns. And then he landed in Kabuchai constituency, Moses Masika Wetangula's home constituency. And the area member of parliament, Majimbo Kalasinga, a Ford Kenya MP who was just recently elected through the previous by-election some months ago, accompanied William Ruto. And then when he was given the podium by William Ruto to address the residents of Kabuchai, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, he exposed very, very interesting facts and information. So I want you to have a look at this short clip of William Ruto handing over to Majimbo Kalasinga, after which Majimbo Kalasinga is going to really reveal quite very, very interesting information. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Straight away to the video.
Mimi nauliza nyinyi, huyu Majimbo tulimchagua juzi, munataka afanye kazi na hasola ama na kitendawili? Munataka afanye kazi na hasola ama afanye na kitendawili?
Lakini ndugu yangu William, wacha nikuombe kitu moja. Kwa sababu wewe ni rafiki yangu kidogo vijana. Hata wakati ya by election najua kila kitu. I'm going to do that. Wakati wa by election ambayo ulipita, hata ingawaje wewe ulikuwa katika UDA, wewe ulisaidia mimi bwana. Bwana, sasa wacha tuache imani. Mimi nawezaje kuacha wewe bwana? Hapana, hiyo nitakuwa mtu mbaya bwana. Lakini mwisho mimi niko na heshima ya mheshimiwa Moses Masika Wetangula ambaye ni party leader wa Fort Kenya, ambaye bado tunaongea. Alafu hapa heshima niko na salamu za mwisho. Sarafiki yangu wa katikati, Mheshimiwa Kenneth Makelo Lusaka, amesema niwasalimie. Naona naja kama kana unakataa. Bado tuko njiani, tunasonga tukikuja.
Yes. From that short clip, you can see clearly that Majimbo Kalasinga is admitting that William Ruto helped him in the last by-election. Even though William Ruto was in Uda and he was in Ford Kenya, William Ruto helped him. And when he says William Ruto helped him, it's all about money. William Ruto might have funded his campaigns, or rather his by-election campaigns. The ones that were recently concluded. And if you go through the entire clip, not just that short clip, Majimbo Kalasinga is also revealing that in 2013, he was with William Ruto in Jubilee. So maybe his relationship with William Ruto never started yesterday. It started way back in 2013. But in the last election, he might have read the mood on the ground and saw that he could not win on an Uda party ticket. So it came from Uda, maybe from William Ruto, to Ford Kenya in order to win the by-election, or rather in order to win the parliamentary seat. But even though upon the campaign, William Ruto largely financed his campaigns, a clear indication and manifestation that this is a William Ruto mole in Fort Kenya. If not a mole, a sympathizer in Fort Kenya. And to a larger extent, in the Handshake team. That comes out very, very clearly, ladies and gentlemen. And then secondly, from also that clip alone, we can see clearly, ladies and gentlemen, that he might have differed with his party leader Moses Wetangula, because he's also insinuating there that they are still in talking terms with Moses Masika Wetangula. Somebody to say something like that can also mean that they might have differed somewhere. But even though they differed, they still talk. So that also paints Moses Masika Wetangula as a weak leader. A leader who does not have support even in his own home constituency. I'm saying that because of this. From that short clip, ladies and gentlemen, from where I sit, I'm seeing a situation where this man, Majimbo Kalasinga, this MP, might have accompanied William Ruto yesterday, even without Moses Masika Wetangula's blessings. Even though it's widely speculated that Moses Masika Wetangula might be planning to work with William Ruto, on that occasion yesterday, that member of parliament, because he's even insinuating that in 2013 he was with Ruto in Jubilee, that alone, because in 2013, Moses Wetangula was in Fort Kenya, in Nasser. That's an indication that he might have accompanied William Ruto yesterday, even without the express authority of his party leader, Moses Masika Wetangula. That paints Moses Masika Wetangula as a weak leader, a leader who does not even have clout in his home constituency. Because even from the way that member of parliament spoke or talked, he might be thinking of decamping to UDA. And you might even find this MP defending his seat next year through an UDA party ticket. That one comes out very, very clearly. Whether Moses Masika Wetangula will bless that or not, that's just a matter of time. But that incident paints Wetangula as a weak leader. And then thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, that admission that William Ruto helped him in the by-election, and you know this is Moses Masika Wetangula's area member of parliament. That also shows Moses Masika Wetangula as the weakest link, or rather as part of the weak link in the handshake team. And Moses Masika Wetangula should not be privy to some classified information from the handshake. He should not be allowed, or rather, he should not know or be given some very, very vital information. Because upon being given those information, he might share them with some of these Ruto sympathizers in his Ford Kenya party. Because we also have this one called Chris Wamalwa, Kiminini member of parliament, a very, very close for Wetangula ally. In fact, the person who has been talking on behalf of Ford Kenya in the Oka family, he has also been involved in the negotiation. And it's also widely believed that he's also a Ruto mole or a sympathizer. In fact, yesterday, Ososi came out in public yesterday, just days after he had unleashed a bombshell on the likes of Malala. Ososi also fell short of mentioning Chris Wamalwa, that these are some of the Ruto moles or sympathizers in the handshake. So if Wetangula is privy to some very classified information, and then he shares it out with some of these Ruto moles or sympathizers, these moles might just leak such kind of information to William Ruto. I believe that's a possibility. So from where I sit, I consider Wetangula as a weak link in the handshake team and should not be privy to some of the classified information about the handshake team plans or deliberations. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, that incident of yesterday in Kabuchai also exposes other infiltration of the handshake by other allies of the other principles. A case in point, we have Malala, we have Ayub Savula, we have Sakaja, and in Kalonzo's camp, we have the notorious Enoch Wambua, Kitui senator. If you listen to some of these leaders talking, you can just insinuate or see for yourself that they might be holding brief for William Ruto. In fact, the likes of Malala, they are trying to push Musalia Mudavadi to be on the ballot, and they are also trying to insinuate that if Mudavadi will not be on the ballot, then they will maybe even support William Ruto. They know for a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that Musalia Mudavadi, even if he was to contest for the presidency, he will not make it. And they know for a fact that the likes of Uhuru or even Raila Amolo Odinga, chances of Uhuru and Raila endorsing maybe Musalia Mudavadi, they know is somehow a remote possibility. So they are trying to make sure Musalia Mudavadi goes to the ballot so that he can split the handshake vote. So, and they are also threatening that if Mudavadi fails to contest, then they are most likely to decamp to William Ruto. That's an indication that these people are already, they have planned to decamp to William Ruto's camp. They are only looking for excuse to do so with some kind of sympathy. That also comes out very, very clearly. And then recently, Enoch Wambua, also a Kalonzo ally, surprised very many Kenyans when he led some Kamba leaders in saying that if Kalonzo works with Raila or supports Raila, then Kalonzo will walk alone. That press statement they held was also seen as if they were trying to campaign for William Ruto. Because anytime, as of now, the reality in Kenyan politics as of today, that we have two strong candidates. Either you support a Raila cause or you support a Ruto cause. If you attack Raila, as of today, the reality of politics today, if you attack Raila today, you are most likely strengthening William Ruto. And if you attack Ruto, most likely you are strengthening Raila Odinga. That one comes out very, very clearly. So, ladies and gentlemen, that admission yesterday by Kabuchai, Member of Parliament, also just brings to our attention other also William Ruto spies in the handshake team. And you will find these spies in the Kalonzo camp, Musalia Mudavadi's camp, and also Moses Masika Wetangula's camp. These are hungry elected leaders who just want some kinds of token so that they can lose their morality. That one is also very, very clear. And then also finally, ladies and gentlemen, from that admission by Majimbo Kalasinga that William Ruto helped him during the by-election, that also shows that William Ruto is buying loyalty from some of these leaders. He's buying loyalty. And that's the problem with some of these Kenyan leaders. I don't know whether to describe them as tumbocrats, but they are leaders who, they don't have some principles. They don't have principles. They don't have some kind of integrity. And as we head towards next year's election, I think Kenyans must be very, very careful with the kind of leaders they elect. A good leader should be a person of integrity, somebody who has principles, somebody who can stand for a cause no matter what. Not these leaders who are just decamping parties, jumping from one party to the other, to get elected to parliament. But actually, they don't believe in the ideals of that party. So I think as we head towards election next year, Kenyans must be very, very careful on the type of leaders they elect. So for today, folks, let me just leave it there. Just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. To those who are watching us outside of Kenya for the very, very first time, drop a comment and let us also know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. If you have not yet subscribed, also subscribe and also give this video a like. To our continued fans and subscribers, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana